Hi, this is Kimberly. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. In this video, we're going to have a little discussion about whether or not virgin hair is worth the money. So if you want to hear more, keep watching. Okay, so thank you so much for coming to my channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you won't miss out on any awesome videos. So today we are discussing, is virgin hair worth the money? So a lot of people are always asking me this, who maybe wear weaves or make wigs, or they don't and they're looking to maybe start, and they're really trying to figure out, is it worth it for me to spend that extra money to get virgin hair compared to using beauty supply store hair? And I definitely think that, first of all, it's great that you're thinking about your budget and trying to see long term if something is worth it. So you're already on the right path, because that's a good method of thinking about these kinds of things. And the answer is that it really depends on your lifestyle. Now, I know when I say how it depends on your lifestyle, you're like, what does that mean? What? How? What do you mean? Like, am I what? But when I say it depends on your lifestyle, is that if you wear weaves only once or twice a year, then it doesn't make sense to invest in virgin hair, because that's really what you're doing. This hair is not cheap. It costs hundreds of dollars for the best quality. So if you don't really like weaves and you only wear them a few times, there's some really bomb Remy, Bobbi Boss hair, Milky Way Saga. There's some really nice hair that you could buy from the beauty supply store, and if you're just going to wear your weave for those 4 weeks or your wig for those 4 weeks, you can make it out of that hair and it'll look amazing. If you do a U-part wig, you might be able to wear it for 8 weeks and just take it off, let it rest, and then put it back on for another 4 weeks. So that, in that case, virgin hair wouldn't be worth the money. But for somebody who, if you're wearing, I already calculated, because when I first was going to buy virgin hair, I was buying beauty supply store Milky Way hair, 2 packs, and it was coming up to like $85 with tax. And basically I was wearing 12 weaves a year. So when I did that math, I'm like, I'm spending over $1,000 on hair, and this hair is just going in the trash, and I still have to go buy new hair. So then I was like, well, let me buy virgin hair, and then I could keep reusing it. Now, another side about the flip coin with that, where it comes back to lifestyle, is that means you're wearing the same hairstyle all the time. Like every week, every couple months. Because if you just buy one batch of hair and it's black, and let's say it looks like this, you can flat iron it straight, you can curl it up. But for the most part, it's going to be the same hair, and it's going to look the same way. So if you're not okay with looking exactly the same and using the same hair over and over and over again for years and years, then that might not mean virgin hair is not a good option for you either. Because if you like to switch up your style, you want red, you want blonde, and you want all these different options, in order to get those options, buying very expensive hair might limit your options. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could buy more hair at a cheaper price and then have all these different styles, but depending on, and it also depends on your budget. So because as much as I say lifestyle, if you got it like that, you could buy $1,000 weaves every week and then it doesn't matter. But for most of us, you definitely just want to buy maybe 1 or 2 sets of hair, and then you can keep reusing it. So for this wig, this is the Indique Pure Wavy hair. I have videos about this hair, and this is the Indique Pure Wavy hair also. This hair is not cheap, but I keep it for a really long time. So this wig is over 5 years old, but if you watch my videos, a lot of times you'll see I come back to the basic all black hair, and that's it. So it's not really an issue for me, because I like to wear black hair and I like to wear it in a similar style. So wearing that same hair over and over and repeating that style is something that fits with my lifestyle, something that I like. So that's why buying the virgin hair wasn't really an issue, because it's like, well, I'm going to wear it the same way. Left side part, my natural hair out for the U part, and then just wavies in the hair. So it fit my lifestyle. So another thing is custom color of hair. So beauty supply store hair, although it is virgin hair, it already has chemical. It's not virgin hair, I lied. It's human hair is what I was trying to say. And it already has other chemicals on it, so you can't necessarily always custom color it to match your hair. Now, I was born with regular black, brown hair, so it can match 1B, the traditional hair color. So it's not like I ever had to do anything special to make my hair match. But some people, if your hair is like a shade, especially people who have 4 color hair, I find that a lot of beauty supply store 4s, the 4 will be a different brown in every brand, and your hair will match with one brand and be off for another brand. So you might just want to say, hey, let me get some virgin hair, let me color it specifically to match my real hair, and then I won't have to worry about it not matching, and it's always going to blend because it's going to be custom color to match my hair. This is not matching my real hair. As you can see, I just got the black and the roots, and then the hair is colored different colors down here. So also, if you want a specific style, you might not find the hair in the beauty supply store matching that color. Usually you can find a couple of different packs, like you might get a 33 pack and like a 4 pack, and then you would be able to like blend the different tracks, but it wouldn't be exactly the same as getting a custom color. So that's another thing about virgin hair. Also, I want to say, in terms of, is virgin hair worth the money? There's virgin hair at different price points. So especially if you look at companies like Indique, Yummy Hair, I'm trying to think, D Hair Boutique, a lot of companies have different price ranges when it comes to their hair. So for instance, Indique, this is the pure hair, which is the most expensive, but they have other types of hair that is excellent quality, and it just comes at a different price. So some of the hair is steam processed, so it's not quote unquote virgin, but it's still the best quality human hair that you're going to be able to get, and it's going to be reusable. So I definitely would say check out all the different types of hair. One thing I wanted to say with the buyer beware though is with this AliExpress hair, you have to be careful. And not just AliExpress hair, there's a lot of unreputable, unethical hair companies, and they'll send you some hair and it's like, it smells, it's wet, the ends are so messed up that once you trim it, you end up getting a 14-inch even though you paid for an 18-inch. So there are all these kinds of issues that can pop up with virgin hair. So it's not that it's not worth the money because of those issues, but you just have to be careful before you do it yourself. So for instance, before I make my U-part wig, I go through the bundles, I run my fingers, I inspect the edges, and I actually do that in the store because since Indique does have a storefront here in New York, I was able to pull out the bundles in front of the salesperson, look at them and be like, oh no, this one is dry, I don't want that one. This one, the ends are a different color, I don't want that one. And I was able to go through each product, and they were like, okay, do you, pick what you want. And then I got what I wanted. And when you buy it online, you don't have the same flexibility, except, I mean, you kind of do, it's just that you have to send it back. So there's more lag time in between. So if you're pressing for a certain date, like, oh my god, December 25th, I have to have my new weave for Christmas. It's October, you should have bought it already. So, because if something's wrong with it when it comes to you, and then you have to check out the hair, and then you might have to send it back, that's going to delay your hair appointment / making the wig to have it in time. So, that's a whole nother video. But, so definitely, there's different price points of virgin hair. If the deal seems too good to be true, it is. If it's 15 bundles for $5, then the hair is probably trash. There's no other way to put it. Like, the hair is probably trash, and it's not worth your money. And don't get your hopes up that it's going to be amazing. It's probably trash. It'll look good for like 2 weeks, and then you're going to get that bird's nest in the back. And if it's a wig, thank God you can just take it off and maybe cut some of it out. But if it's a weave, then you're going to be sick because it's going to be stuck to your head. So I would say, in terms of virgin hair, definitely buyer beware, and you want to spend more money. My personal view is if you're not looking to spend, I'm talking 3 bundles. If you're not looking to spend $250 to $300, then it might not, virgin hair might not be for you. So like I said, there are some companies that sell more hair that's cheaper than that, and you'll see reviews online that I paid $100 for this hair and I had it for 5 years. But for the most part, any hair that's below that 3 bundles for $250 point is not going to be the best quality. And at that point, it won't be worth the money because it'll only last as long as beauty supply store hair, except it costs twice as much. So that's something you really want to be careful with, because I know a lot of people will buy the cheaper hair and then be like, oh, well, I paid $275 for it. It wasn't worth the money. It's like, but that wasn't good hair. Like, of course it wasn't worth the money. So you definitely want to research. That's what YouTube is for. Every brand is going to have people who write bad reviews, but if you're seeing more bad reviews than you're seeing good reviews, then that's usually a sign that you might want to stay away from that company. Also, see what kind of hair they have. I know there's a lot of companies where one particular hair is problematic, but all the other hair from the brand is great and people love it. So maybe you want to just find out what specific hair you want to get from them and if that's the best hair from that company. So overall, I am going to say that virgin hair is worth the money. It's just that if you don't wear weaves a lot, then it's something, weaves or wigs a lot, then it's not something worth investing in. So definitely just think about last year, kind of. I use that as a reference for most people. Think about last year and think about how many wigs or weaves you wore. If you didn't wear at least 5, then virgin hair is probably not worth it. But if you did wear 5 different looks where it was weave or wig as a protective style, then you definitely might want to start looking into some virgin hair, because like I said, $85 a pop for, and also I'm talking about longer lengths of hair too, because I usually wear anywhere from 18 to 24 inches, so some variation of that. So that's just something to keep in mind. But yeah, virgin hair is worth the money, but it really depends on your lifestyle. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video about virgin hair. I know I was rambling and you're probably like, oh my gosh, this is all over the place, but there's definitely a lot of factors that come into play whether or not you should get virgin hair. So I kind of wanted to touch on all of those. Well, I hope this video was helpful. Please subscribe and I will see you next time.